Shalom, shalom Israel. This is Brother Yowana coming at y'all with Lord's will, another edifying lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Of course, always before I start this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth and our righteousness and sincerity. And peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect scattered abroad, being grafted in under the obedience of this truth through the spirit of faith. Alright, so I ultimately found this article on the RT app, which I know I always recommend for a lot of you brothers, man, you few sisters to get it. If you already know, you know, but if you're just new watching this video, just download it in the Play Store. It's capital R, capital T, and it's very informative of things going on around you and within the world. So, keeps you updated in prophecy. All right, and ultimately, it's pretty good, man. But nevertheless, all right, I found this article which I saw a brother go into as well, and it says war with Russia and China would destroy world, and America must find ways to make peace with its eastern rivals. Top U.S. general warns. But ultimately, that peace is not going to be made. All right, because America, also known in the scriptures as Babylon the Great, is ultimately or has been predestinated for destruction. All right, which that destruction is going to come by the way of thermonuclear missiles. All right, and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai has ultimately had his men out here in the four corners of the world preaching this gospel, man. And a part of which that word gospel goes into good news. And a part of the good news is hearing that Babylon the Great, all right, is ultimately going to be destroyed, man. And the wickedness of this world is going to be abased. All right, and the kingdom of heaven is going to be established in the earth. All right, and by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, all right, via through his elect men, 144,000. You see, but again, peace is not coming to this place, man. All right, this place, Babylon the Great, man, its sins have reached unto the heavens, man. And Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, he ultimately, he's gonna be destroyed with it because this is his kingdom. All right, and we can't wait till that day, till to see the downfall of our enemy, man, Esau. Along with these other nations, which Esau, Edom is one of our arch nemesis, one of our greatest enemies, man, because he's ultimately done some of the greatest atrocities to our people as a nation. Which, when I'm talking about the nation of Israel, which consists of these so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, or any of you out there that ultimately believe in this truth because of the spirit that's been given unto you from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, because you got individuals, brothers and sisters that have been scattered all throughout the four corners of the world. All right, so you might look like a certain nation, but you're an Israelite, man. All right, because of your spirit. All right, because all the way back from your dad's side, going all the way back, you have an Israelite, you have an Israelite forefather, all right, which would make you an Israelite, man, by blood. All right, because those are the only ones, those are the only people who are going to be saved out of here, man, is Israel, but only the elect of the Israelites, man, who Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to have mercy on the last days to return unto him. All right, but nevertheless, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai has men, his prophets, out here preaching this gospel, man. And again, a part of this gospel, this good news, is knowing that America, Babylon the Great, is going to be abased, and the wickedness is going to be, rooted out, and the kingdom of heaven is going to be, established in the earth, man. All right. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 28, and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms, or so like it, and let me read that again. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's exactly what's coming here, man. It's war. All right. You see, hey, we're not out here to preach peace, man. We're not out here to preach good times and everything's gonna be all right, man. Babylon the Great is gonna go down with violence. All right, it's gonna go down with fire. All right, and a lot of people don't want to hear that America is gonna be destroyed because their hopes and their dreams and their desires, run around within this world. People want to be established in America. People want to, be a high-paid celebrity or actor or go to Hollywood or whatever the bullshit is. But all that's played out, man. All right, you get to a certain point, a certain rank within, within the society, and you gotta do some really evil stuff, man. Like you see Russell Westbrook, and of course they're always making excuses. We're doing it for this and that, such and such. But there's always a darker, meaning behind why these people do certain things. It's because they got these contracts where they can't get out of, And if they disobey the devil, which is Esau, then they're ultimately gonna have all their stuff taken away. That's why you don't see too many people coming, like too many athletes, too many celebrities coming out and speaking against this jab, because they understand that not only is, are they going to be, stripped away from all of their riches, but they don't want to let that go, man. Which is the point. I don't want to veer off from the topic. All right, but you have a lot of people out here that ultimately want to, they want to be here as long as they can, and they want America to go on as long as it can. But hey, the scriptures tell us to arise and depart, for this is not our rest, man. This is not our rest. All right, this kingdom, all it does is vex you constantly, man. Just abominations everywhere, abominable food everywhere. I remember when I first came to the truth. You start to understand the dietary law, and just one of the things you can't eat is pork, which is considered swine's flesh, man. All right, you see, so bacon, and just pork in general, man. And I started to notice how much pork was everywhere, man. As breakfast items in stores, it's pushed heavily, man. You know. But you see, our people, man, 2/3 of our people love it here in Babylon the Great. That's why they're going to be destroyed with it. But as for us, the scriptures say in Micah 2 and 10 to arise and depart, man. Come mentally and spiritually out of this place, man. All right, because it's going to be destroyed. Now, I want to get this real quick as well. This is the book of 2 Peter. And like I said, man, this is just going to be straight to the point, man. Just quick through the Spirit. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. That's why we always have to keep watch, man. We always have to be occupied in prophecies, as it says in Ecclesiastes 39 and 1. And by you being occupied in prophecies, you're gonna continuously be updated, and you're gonna understand that, hey, this came to pass, and filter it through the scriptures, and that, man, we're getting close. And as we can see, all the end time signs that Yahushua told us that we would see in these last days, we're ultimately seeing come to pass. And without a doubt, our mind is, is is rejoicing, man, in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, because we're like, man, hey, Yahushua told us that we would see these things, man. And how much more this great destruction. You see, the destruction of America, Babylon the Great, is going to be the greatest destruction to ever take place on the earth. All right, there's never going to be a greater destruction than the destruction that Yahushua is bringing, to Babylon the Great. There's never going to be another destruction like this, man. Yahushua, he's a Jake, so he's going to show out, man. He's one of the top. He came out of one of the top tribes, man, Judah. All right, and Yahushua can't wait to come back to this place and destroy it. As the scripture says in the book of Psalms, that he's angry with the wicked every day, and the day of vengeance is in his heart. And we can't wait till Yahushua comes and brings that vengeance. You see, but it says, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And that great noise is ultimately going into what, man? It's going into those nuclear missiles penetrating this earth. And just a quick precept. It's like I got mosquitoes all over me, but it's all good. It's all good. Damn mosquitoes, man. This is Isaiah chapter 34, and verse 4, straight to the point. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. You see, it says, all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And that's going into those mushroom clouds, man, when the missiles start to hit. And ultimately, you understand, if you don't know what a missile looks like when it hits the ground, then go just go do some research, man. You'll find it. Or just type in mushroom cloud. Or after that missile hits, it ultimately sends a huge shock wave, and then after that, you start to see a cloud of smoke, also known as a mushroom cloud, start to sprout up into the heavens, man. That's ultimately what it's talking about when it says the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And you're gonna have multiple different mushroom clouds, man, because as prophecy has it, 200,000, 1,000 men, or was it 200,000 horsemen, which are the missiles, 200 million missiles, are going to desolate and penetrate Babylon the Great. You see, and it's so true, it rhymes, man. You see, and I'm going to keep going on that because there's a little more meat. It reads, verse 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. You see that? Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. You see that? So, hey, it said his sword, which his sword is going into what? Those missiles. Is going to come down upon Idumea, and where Idumea dwells really is, Idumea's kingdom, Esau's kingdom, is America. All right, and Yahweh Bashim Shai is preparing these nations to destroy it. As it says, matter of fact, let's get that real quick too as well. This is the book of Isaiah. chapter 54 and verse 16, and it reads, Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created a waster to destroy. And hey, that waster to destroy is talking about these missiles, man, that Yahweh Shema Shai has all these nations, building up. All right, as he says, beat your plowshares into hooks, and your matter of fact, man, we might as well get that as well. These missiles are not just created, to be hung up in a museum. Like, dang, one day, those could have done some damage. As the brother Warren said in the Birmingham camp, man, these missiles are ultimately made because they're going to be used. All right, again, there's a time and a season and a purpose to everything under the sun, man. All right, now this is the book of bear with me. It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 9. It reads, Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. You see that? So, hey, your plowshares and pruning hooks are ultimately farming tools, man. Basically saying use all your resources and invest into these missiles, man, which is ultimately what Yahweh Shema Shai has these nations doing. That's why, again, you see all the past 2 years, more specifically, you've been seeing so many missiles by these nations being amped up. And ultimately, Putin, he had made a statement a while ago. How he wasn't going to stop developing nuclear weapons until every weapon that they make can not only reach the United States but ultimately obliterate states. You see, so that's the ultimate mentality of these nations, man. They can't, there's going to come a point in time where Yahweh Shema Shai is going to have them shoot off the missiles, man, from their silos, all right, which is also, those missiles are referenced as swords, as arrows, all right, which is the indignation of the Lord in the missiles, man, that he's bringing to America. All right, so let me go back to this. Isaiah chapter 54 and verse 16, Behold, I have created a smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created a waster to destroy. You see, so that's why these missiles are being created, to destroy. And what are they going to destroy? America, Babylon the Great. All right, but a lot of people ultimately don't believe that. You see, meanwhile, all the things that they've been telling us that they don't believe is going to come to pass have been coming to pass, man. You see, so we understand that, hey, as it says in Ezekiel 12 and 25, for I am the Lord Yahweh, and the word that I speak shall come to pass. All right, so regardless if people hear or forbear, this gospel is going to go out, and it's going to accomplish exactly what Yahweh Shema Shai, set it up to do. All right, prophecy is still going to be fulfilled. That's why it says, what if some did not believe, man? Romans 3 and 3. Will that make the faith of the words of the Most High without effect? God forbid. Everything that's written is going to happen the way that it was written, man. All right, and Babylon the Great and its destruction is written all throughout the scriptures. This is one of the most famous places in the Bible, man. And all of us that are in the faith, should be in the mentality of, hastening the day of our Lord come, Yahweh Shai. All right, because when Yahweh Shai, shows up, when he appears on the scene, he's gonna usher in that destruction. All right, it's gonna be via through the chariots, all right, shooting concentrated laser beams, all right, and ultimately the missiles as well. All right, so hey, man, this article is beautiful because again that lets us know that our salvation is near, and when the great destruction comes, that's when the great salvation is gonna come right behind it as well. And that's a day we can't wait for. So that's why we gotta stay keeping watch for what's going on around us. Because as we see different things come to pass, we understand that we're that much closer to getting the hell up out of here. Now let me go back and finish that off in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, and we might just close it off with these last few verses, man, because that's really the point. Like I said, I want to keep this straight to the point, and not prolong it more than it needs to be. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and that great noise again is going into the missiles penetrating America, Babylon the Great. All right, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought ye to be? We see that all, what I'm saying, that's why the scriptures say everything that is seen is temporal, which means lasting but for a minute, so all these cars, all these nice mansions that you see these rappers in, the chains, the shoes, the clothes, the hoes, all that is temporary, man, and all that's going to be burnt up when our Lord Yahweh Shai appears, man. All right, so that's why we shouldn't be attached to anything here. All right, what the understanding of that it's all going to be dissolved, when that judgment comes, man. You see, it says, "What seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, looking for and hastening the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." All right, but here's the catch. It says, "Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness," man. And then the scriptures say, "Give diligence to make thy calling and election sure." You see, for if you do these things, you shall never fail. And that's why we're laboring more abundantly, man. That's why we're putting forth as much work as we can in hopes that it pleases Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, so that He'll have mercy on us, man. The scriptures say, "Before judgment, examine thyself," and that's exactly what we're doing. Before this great judgment comes, what are we doing, man? We're praying to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, to give us increase, all right, to feed us wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, so that we can become the best versions of ourselves before He arrives, man. So that we can become worthy. And through these different trials and tribulations that we go through, we got to understand that it's all to build us up in the spirit, and to build our character, to sharpen our mind, man. All right, because this day will come, despite the popular belief of the people that America, Babylon the Great will just go on and they'll just continue to grow. Well, this place is growing weak. Esau's deception is getting worse and worse. There's certain things that he says now. You look at him, just and it's laughable, man. But nevertheless, again, this place will be brought down by thermonuclear destruction. And hey, man, all of you brothers and you few sisters out there that are in this faith, man, just keep watch, continuously pray, see how Bashim al-Shah to have mercy on you, all right, to guide you and protect you. And hey, man, we're in those times, So with that, man, I pray this lesson was edifying to you, brothers, man, you few sisters that are out there. Before I end this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostle of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to the brothers out there pushing this truth in all righteousness and sincerity. Peace, blessings, salutations to the elect scattered abroad, being grafted in under the obedience of this truth to the spirit of faith. I want to say Shalom, Kwame Yasharali, and a Bible ball. Stay strong, stay diligent. This place is almost over, man.